stop scrolling. I mean it. Whatever you were doing before you landed here, put it on pause. Close the other tabs. Turn off the background noise. Silence your phone. Lock out the distractions. Because you did not stumble onto this message by accident. This was not a random recommendation from an algorithm. This was not luck, or good timing, or coincidence. Something far bigger than you understand arranged for your eyes to land on these exact words at this exact second. And what I am about to tell you is not something you can come back to later when it is more convenient. This is for right now. There is a massive shift headed straight for you. Not next week, not next month, not when you finally get your life together right now, and it is not going to announce itself politely. It is not going to send you a warning text. It is not going to give you time to prepare, or clean up, or rehearse your response. It is just going to crash into your reality. And when it does, everything you thought was permanent, everything you thought was settled, everything you have been carrying like dead weight, it all reorganizes itself in one single moment. One breath, one instant, everything changes. So pay attention, not casual attention, not split-screen attention while you check your notifications. Full attention, because what I am about to walk you through has weight. Real weight. The kind that breaks chains that have been wrapped around you for years. The kind that ends seasons that overstayed their welcome. The kind that rewrites timelines and cancels delays. And if you miss it because you were half present or distracted, you will spend the next 6 months wondering why everyone around you moved forward, while you stayed locked in the same pattern. Before we go any further, I want to pause for just a moment. If something is already stirring in you as you hear these words, please know that this message did not find you by chance. Creating this work takes hours of prayer, preparation, and dedication every single week. If it is speaking to something real in your life, your support means everything. There is a Ko-Fi link in the description below, and pinned in the comments where you can buy me a coffee. It is a small act, but it carries real spiritual weight. When you pour into something that pours into you, you open a channel of blessing between yourself and heaven. Every contribution, no matter how small, is a seed you plant. And God honors every seed sown into ground that has fed you. Check the description and the pinned comment for that link whenever you feel moved. Now, let us go deeper. The enemy has been in full panic mode this entire week. And before you think I am being dramatic or exaggerating, let me explain something. He has not been attacking you because he has the power to block what is coming to you. He does not have that power. He has never had that authority. Not over your destiny, not over what God already decreed. But he knows exactly what is about to walk through your door. He can see it forming. He can see it moving. He can see the timeline closing in. And since he cannot stop it from arriving, since he cannot cancel what heaven already released, he has switched his entire strategy. He is trying to stop you, not the blessing you. He needs you distracted when it shows up. He needs you so buried under exhaustion and confusion and doubt and second-guessing that when your breakthrough finally lands right in front of you, you do not even recognize it. You miss it completely. You let it sit there unclaimed because you were too busy looking in the wrong direction, too busy fighting the wrong battles, too busy convinced that what you are waiting for looks different than what actually shows up. But that strategy dies today, right here in this moment, because I am about to expose exactly what he has been desperately trying to hide from you. The waiting you have been enduring, that crushing silence that went on so long, you started to believe. Maybe this is just your reality now. Maybe the promise was never real. Maybe you misheard God. Maybe you made the whole thing up in your head because you wanted it so badly. Maybe God forgot about you. Maybe you got skipped over. All of that suffocating doubt, all of that waiting, all of that asking why everyone else is moving forward while you are still stuck here. It is about to end. Not because you did something to finally earn it. Not because God finally decided you suffered long enough. It is ending because of something you already did. Something you already completed. Something you walked through this week without even knowing it was the final test. Think back over the last several days. There was a moment, maybe more than one, when something came at you hard, out of nowhere. No warning, no build-up. Just chaos that detonated right in front of you and demanded an instant response. Every nerve in your body activated, every instinct screamed at you to react immediately, to defend yourself, to speak up, to set the record straight, to fight back hard and fast before they got another word in. The adrenaline flooded your system. Your heart rate spiked. The words were right there, loaded and ready to fire. You had every right to unleash them. Every justification, every reason. Nobody would have blamed you. But you did not. Something inside you. Something you could not even name in that moment. Something deeper than logic or emotion made you stop, made you pause, made you breathe when you wanted to explode, made you choose silence when your entire being wanted to choose violence. You stepped back when everything in you said step forward. You walked away when everything screamed stay and fight. You let it go, even though it felt like acid in your throat, even though it felt like swallowing broken glass, even though every part of you said you were wrong for staying quiet. And afterward, when the heat died down and you were alone with your thoughts replaying the whole thing frame by frame, you probably tore yourself apart for it. You probably called yourself weak, a coward, a pushover. You probably convinced yourself that silence meant losing, that staying quiet was the same as giving up, that letting them have the last word meant they won, that you should have said something, anything, just to prove you were not afraid. But let me flip that entire story upside down for you right now. What if that silence was not surrender? What if it was the most powerful move you have ever made? What if that restraint, that choice to hold your position without firing a single word, was not you backing down, but you passing the final level? What if that was the exact moment that unlocked everything you have been waiting for? The final key turning in a lock that has been jammed for months. What if that was the precise move that removed the last obstacle between you and your breakthrough? You did not mess anything up. You did not lose ground. You did not delay your blessing. You did not set yourself back. You completed something massive. And in the kingdom, completion is what triggers release. If that just landed somewhere deep in you, if you felt something click into place just now, I need you to leave a comment. Just type received, or ready, or amen. Let me know you are here and you are tracking with this, because when you engage, when you leave that comment, you are not just helping the algorithm push this to more people. You are making a spiritual statement. You are agreeing out loud with what heaven already declared over you. And that agreement, that public acknowledgement, has power. It seals things. It locks doors. It activates things in realms you cannot see. I want to take one more moment right here, because this is important. If what you have heard so far has already shifted something in you, if something broke loose inside you while you were listening, I want to invite you to partner with this work. Every message I bring to you is poured out in prayer and built with great care. And if this word found you at exactly the right moment, consider sowing into it through the Ko-Fi link in the description below, or in the pinned comment. It is not about obligation, it is about alignment. When you invest in something that served your spirit, you are telling heaven, this mattered. This was not just a video, this was a word sent to me. And heaven takes note of every seed planted in faith. Check the description and the pinned comment for that link, and give whenever you feel led now. Let us keep going, because we are not done yet. Now, let me paint you a picture of what this season has actually felt like, because I need you to know you are not losing your mind. You are not imagining this. The air around you has been different, not just calm or quiet, heavy, dense, thick, like the atmospheric pressure changed overnight and your body is the only one that can feel it. Like you are walking through invisible resistance that nobody else notices. You try to explain it to people, and the words just dissolve before they make sense. How do you describe weight you cannot see? How do you tell someone the atmosphere itself feels wrong when there is nothing physically different you can point to? You have been functioning, going through your days, showing up where you need to show up, speaking when spoken to, checking off tasks. But it feels like you are operating at half capacity, like you are watching your own life from behind glass, like everyone else is moving at normal speed, and you got trapped in something slower, something heavier. Conversations feel delayed. You hear people talking, but their words take an extra second to land. Decisions feel harder. Things that used to be automatic now require real effort. Simple tasks that used to take 5 minutes now take 20, and you cannot figure out why. It is like moving through water while everyone else walks on dry land. And the exhaustion. Not the kind that comes from physical work, not the kind you can sleep off, the kind that settles into your bones for no reason you can name. You wake up already tired. You go to bed exhausted, even though you did nothing that should have drained you. Your body feels like it is carrying extra weight that does not show up on any scale. You feel it in your chest, in your shoulders, in the back of your neck. Tension that will not release no matter how much you stretch or breathe or try to relax. And the nights you have been waking up at odd hours, 1 in the morning, 2:30, 3:45, just lying there in the dark, wide awake, heart racing for no logical reason, not terrified, not panicked, but hyper-aware, like your spirit knows something your mind has not figured out yet. Like some part of you is on high alert, waiting for something to arrive. You check your phone. Nothing new. No emergency. No reason to be awake. You try to go back to sleep. You cannot. Your mind will not shut off, so you just lie there, staring at the ceiling. Thoughts racing in circles, unable to settle, unable to explain why you feel like you are waiting for something you cannot name. In those silent hours, when you have nothing to do but think, when there is no noise to distract you from your own mind, you feel it most intensely, that sensation of suspension, of being held between two realities. The old life that is already gone, even though you are still physically standing in its wreckage, and the new life that you can sense coming, that you can almost touch but cannot see yet. And in that gap, in that space between what was and what will be, you cannot get your bearings. You cannot see backward anymore. The old life is gone, but you cannot see forward either. The new life has not arrived. You are just here, suspended, holding your breath, waiting for something to break. And in that space, in that tension-filled silence, the enemy has been flooding you with lies. The same lie on repeat, over and over and over, until you almost believe it, until it starts to sound like your own voice. He has been telling you that your breakthrough got delayed, and not just delayed randomly, not just pushed back for reasons beyond your control, delayed because of you, because of something you did or did not do. because you messed up, because you were not ready, because you missed your window. He keeps rewinding that moment when you stayed silent, that moment when you walked away instead of fighting. And he has been reframing it, rewriting it, calling it your failure, your mistake, the thing that cost you everything. He says your silence disqualified you. Your restraint proved you were not ready. Your refusal to engage when you had every right to engage pushed your promise into some distant future. He wants you to believe that your moment came and went, and you missed it because you were too weak to take it. But that is a complete inversion of the truth. And I am going to prove it to you right now. Go back to that moment, the one where you chose not to react. Here is what was really happening. While your emotions were screaming, and your pride was demanding satisfaction, and your flesh wanted war, something else took control. Something that has been built in you through every single private battle you fought when nobody was watching. Every time you worshipped when you did not feel like it. Every time you chose obedience over comfort. Every time you trusted when it made absolutely no sense. Every time you stayed faithful when walking away would have been easier. All of that was training, and in that moment, all of that training kicked in. You exercised restraint, and restraint is not weakness. Restraint is not passivity. Restraint is power under control. It is having the ability to destroy and choosing not to. It is having the right to speak and choosing silence. It is having every justification to react and choosing stillness. That is not losing. That is mastery. That is operating from a level most people never reach. And in that instant, in the spiritual courts, in realms, you cannot see with physical eyes, something shifted. Your restraint registered as completion, as the final requirement. As the last test before breakthrough, you passed something you did not even know was a test. And the second you passed it, every legitimate delay that was actually holding you back dissolved. Not slowly, not gradually. Instantly. Like a lock clicking open in the dark. Like chains falling off that you did not know were there. What is coming to you now is not coming because you finally became perfect. It is not coming because you earned it through good behavior. It is coming because you finally became still, because you learned to operate from a place of trust instead of reaction, from peace instead of panic, from rest instead of striving. And stillness in the face of chaos is one of the rarest weapons in the kingdom. Think about it like this. You know when you are trying to thread a needle and your hand is shaking, the harder you try, the more you focus on not messing up, the more you shake, the more impossible it becomes. You can sit there for 10 minutes trying to force that thread through. But the second you stop trying to force it, the second you relax your hand and go still, the thread slips right through like it was never hard to begin with. That is what just happened in your life. You stopped shaking. You stopped trying to force things. You went still, and everything that has been trying to reach you, everything that has been circling your life, suddenly had a clear path. The promise that has your name on it has been orbiting your life. Circling, not because God was playing games with you, not because he was testing your patience to see how long you could last, but because there was one final internal shift that had to happen first, one last piece of the puzzle that had to click into place, and that piece was not about doing more. It was not about praying harder or fasting longer or proving yourself one more time. It was about being still. It was about learning to operate from trust instead of panic, from peace instead of reaction, from rest instead of trying to force everything to happen on your timeline. And the moment you demonstrated that, the moment you stayed quiet when chaos demanded noise, the moment you stepped back when your flesh demanded you step forward, the release sequence activated, the door unlocked, The waiting ended, the delay dissolved. Here is what you need to understand about divine timing. When God says it is time, nothing can delay it. Not your past, not your mistakes, not the enemy, not circumstances, not people. Nothing. When the decree goes out in the courts of heaven, when the verdict is read, the thing starts moving and it does not stop. It does not get lost in transit. It does not take detours. It does not get rerouted to someone else. It comes straight to you. And the only variable, the only thing that determines when it lands in the physical realm, is whether you are in position to receive it when it arrives. And this week, when you chose restraint over reaction, when you chose silence over defense, when you chose trust over control, you moved into position. You might not have felt anything shift in the moment. You might not have heard bells or seen lights or felt some dramatic spiritual experience, but it shifted. And now what has been trying to get to you, what has been circling, waiting for alignment, finally has a clear runway. Let me pause here for a second, because I want to be completely transparent with you. The work I do, creating these messages, spending hours in preparation and prayer and research, so that when you hear this, it actually carries weight and is not just empty motivation that sounds good, but changes nothing. This is not something I do on the side. This is not a hobby. This is my assignment. This is what I have been called to. This is what I have been entrusted with. And if this word has shifted something in you, if you feel like it found you at the exact moment you needed it most, if something clicked into place while you were listening, I want to invite you to be part of what we are building here. There is a way you can support this work, a way you can invest in what is feeding you. And I am not saying that to pressure you, or guilt you, or manipulate you. I am saying it because there is a spiritual principle at work. When you sow into ground that has fed you, something happens in the unseen realm. Your investment becomes a seed, and seeds do not just sit there looking pretty. They multiply. They grow in places you cannot see. They produce harvests in seasons you cannot predict. Your breakthrough does not come from where you planted. It comes from wherever God decides to release it. But the act of planting always unlocks something. It always triggers movement. If you feel that tug right now, if something is stirring in you to partner with this, there is a link. Use it. Not out of obligation, not out of guilt. Not because you think you have to earn God's favor, but out of obedience, out of alignment. Because when you invest in something that served you, you are telling heaven this mattered. This carried weight. This was not just content. It was a word, and heaven honors that. Heaven takes note when you sow into what fed you. All right, back to what you came here for, because we are not done yet. You know what has made this season so exhausting? It is not actually the waiting. People think waiting is the hard part, but it is not. The hard part is carrying the weight of a promise that feels impossible. When you look at your current reality, when you look at where you are right now, the account balance, the relationship status, the job situation, the health report, and then you look at what you were told is coming, what was spoken over you, what you heard in that moment when God's voice was so clear, it felt like he was standing right next to you. The gap between those two things feels like an ocean you cannot cross. It feels impossible. It feels like maybe you misunderstood. So you start second-guessing, not out loud, not in public, quietly, in your head, at 3 in the morning when you cannot sleep. You start wondering if you misheard, if maybe it was symbolic, if maybe it was not meant to be taken literally, if maybe you just wanted it so badly that you convinced yourself God said it when really it was just your own desire talking. And the enemy amplifies the doubt. He turns up the volume on it, Because doubt does not cancel the promise. Doubt does not change what God said, but it does keep you from fully receiving it when it shows up. It keeps you in a posture of questioning instead of claiming. You can be holding your answer in your hands and still not believe it is yours. You can be standing in your miracle and still be looking around waiting for the real thing to arrive. So let me kill that doubt right here, right now. What you were told is what is coming, not an edited version, not a watered-down substitute, not a smaller, more realistic version. The full promise, exactly as it was spoken. And it is not arriving someday when conditions are perfect. It is not arriving next year when you finally have it all together. It is arriving now. This week, this moment. I know you cannot see it yet. I know your circumstances still look exactly the same as they did yesterday. I know the people around you have not changed. I know the obstacles are still there. But you are measuring by what is visible, and what is coming to you right now is moving in a realm you cannot see with physical eyes. It has not materialized in the physical yet, but it has already been released in the spiritual. The decree has already been made. The verdict has already been read. And the gap between spiritual release and physical manifestation is closing faster than you think. In the next several days, maybe even hours, you are going to start seeing evidence, not massive dramatic signs necessarily, not burning bushes, not angels showing up in your living room, but small confirmations, things aligning that should not align, conversations happening that should not happen, connections forming that make no logical sense, doors cracking open that were welded shut yesterday, resources appearing out of nowhere, favor showing up in places where you have only ever experienced resistance. Do not dismiss those as luck. Do not write them off as coincidence. That is the physical realm starting to catch up with what already happened in the spiritual. And when you see those signs, when those confirmations start showing up, I need you to do something. Do not hesitate. Do not wait for more proof. Do not second guess. Do not talk yourself out of it. Step in, move, claim it, take it, because hesitation at the point of release can slow down the full manifestation. Not because God is testing you again, not because He is waiting to see if you really believe, but because when you hesitate, when you hold back, you are still operating like you do not deserve it yet. Like you are still trying to qualify for something that was already given. So let me destroy that lie permanently right now. You are not the exception to the rule. Every promise that was spoken over the righteous applies to you. Every covenant blessing belongs to you. Every decree made in heaven includes you, not some perfected future version of yourself that does not exist yet. You right now, today, this moment. With your history, with your baggage, with your mistakes, with everything you have walked through, you qualify. You have always qualified. The lie that you are somehow disqualified has been one of the enemy's favorite plays against you, and it works because it is subtle. You do not reject God's word. You believe it is true. You just believe it is true for other people, for the ones who never stumbled, for the ones who got it right the first time, for the ones with clean records and straight paths. But you have quietly convinced yourself that your story makes you different, that your past puts you in a separate category, that there is an asterisk next to the promises, and your name is written underneath it. And that belief, that hidden agreement, has created an invisible ceiling over your life. A barrier you cannot see but can definitely feel. High enough that you can look up and see what is available. High enough that blessings can circle overhead, but low enough that nothing can fully land, nothing can fully break through. Not because God agreed with that ceiling, He never did. but because you kept reinforcing it every time something did not happen on your timeline. Every time a door stayed closed, every time you did not see the breakthrough you expected. You took that as confirmation that you were right, that you were the exception. But that ceiling is not real. It never was. It was built entirely out of disappointment that you misinterpreted, out of delays that you personalized, out of pain that lied to you about who you are. And today, right now, in this moment, you are tearing it down. You are demolishing it. You are refusing to agree with it for one more second. You are not waiting to qualify. You already qualify. You are not waiting to deserve it. It was never about deserving. You are not waiting to become someone else. You are receiving as the person you are right now. Before we go to the final part, if something just cracked open in your spirit, if you felt something break or shift or click into place, leave a comment. Tell me what broke loose. Tell me what you felt. Not for my benefit, for yours. Because when you speak it out loud, when you acknowledge what just shifted, you seal it. You lock it in. You make it harder for doubt to creep back in 3 days from now and tell you this moment was not real. When you declare it publicly, you are putting a stake in the ground. You are marking the moment, and that matters. Now here is the decree, not a wish, not a hope, not a prayer, asking for something you do not have. A legal pronouncement backed by the full authority of the one who holds all power. You are hearing this now so that what was already settled in heaven can be released on earth, so that what was already decided in the courts above can manifest in your reality below. Every assignment launched against you is cancelled. Every scheme designed to block you, to steal from you, to destroy what belongs to you. Every trap that was set in secret to derail your destiny. Every plot formed in darkness to keep you from what is yours. All of it is voided, nullified, finished, done. The delay is over. Its season ran out. The waiting has ended. The silence is broken. And what has been walking toward you? What has your name engraved on it? What was custom built for your specific journey is landing now. This is not generic. This is not mass-produced. This is not a one-size-fits-all blessing that you are trying to claim. This is tailor-made. This is designed specifically for you, for your unique story, for your specific journey, for what you specific walk through, for the battles you fought in private, for the tears nobody saw, for the nights you barely survived, for the moments you wanted to quit but did not. All of that was building toward this, and it is coming to you exactly as you are. Not to who you think you need to become first, to you today, scars and all, history and all, mistakes and all. You are ready. You have always been ready, and you are about to receive. Now I want you to do something physical. Place your hand over your heart right now, because what you are about to declare is not just words on a screen. Declarations are spiritual coordinates. They mark your exact position in the unseen realm. They tell heaven where you are standing and what you are agreeing with. This is not begging. This is not asking. This is claiming. This is receiving. Speak it out loud, not in your mind, not under your breath. Out loud, let your own ears hear your own voice speaking this truth. I am not the exception. I never was. This message found me because it was sent to me. Every prayer I prayed in private has been recorded. Not one was ignored. Not one was wasted. The silence I walked through was not God abandoning me. It was God preparing me. The restraint I showed when everything in me wanted to explode was not weakness. It was the final move that released my breakthrough. I break agreement with every lie that told me I was too late. I cancel every story that said I was disqualified. I demolish every ceiling I built from misunderstood pain and disappointment. I step into this season completely, fully, without apology, without hesitation, without shrinking back, without waiting for permission that was already granted. The door is not cracked. It is not slightly open. It is not barely unlocked. It is wide open, fully open, and I walk through it now. What God spoke over my life cannot be undone by any attack, cannot be stolen by any plot, cannot be reversed by any scheme, cannot be delayed past this moment by any obstacle. I receive it now, all of it, everything with my name on it. I am ready. I have always been enough. If something shifted while you spoke that declaration, if you felt something break or release or open, do not let it fade. Do not let it dissolve back into the noise of your day. Hit the like button right now. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because when your share lands in front of them, that is not random. That is not algorithm. That is orchestrated. That is divine appointment. And comment below. Tell me what broke when you heard this. Tell me what you felt. Not for engagement metrics, not to make the video perform better, as an act of sealing, as a way of locking in what just happened, as a declaration that you are in agreement with what heaven said. When you declare it publicly, when you put it out there for others to see, you shut the door on the lie trying to crawl back in. You are not the exception. You never were. The waiting is over. The delay has ended. The door is open, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what is coming.